Hello and welcome back to another action-packed episode of 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the 2022 Michigan Wolverines recruiting class is our host, Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm ready to talk about these recruits. We got a bunch of them. I can't wait to dive into them and see who are going to be some future Wolverines.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, or listening to our podcast, thank you so much for joining us. We love doing these recruiting videos, so please let us know in the comments what you love about these videos and what recruits you're most excited about. Well, without further ado, Mr. Logan Landers, tell us, the Michigan Wolverines 2022 recruiting class, what do we have to look forward to?
All right, let me pull up the screen here, and we will see who is with Michigan this upcoming year. All right, so this is the current crop of recruits as of December 27th, 2021. We're going to see some guys drop, and we're going to see some new ones come in just a few months. But as of today, we have 22 gentlemen who have signed the letter of intent to come play for Michigan. You can see on the screen here, they have a national rank of 9, Big Ten rank of 3. So they have a top 10 program in terms of recruits, and let's go ahead and dive into them already. So the first hard commit here, man who's not yet signed the letter to come over, but looks like it, is edge rusher Kevonte Henry from Louisiana High School in Lawndale, California. 6'4", 225, 4-star recruit. And man, he already looks good. 30th in the state, 27th in the division, 376 ranked national player. So you got to think that maybe once the new year rolls around, he will sign that letter and come over to play for Michigan. But the first one to come up to sign already is 3-star recruit Connor Jones from Palmer Ridge High School in Monument, Colorado. Offensive tackle, 6'7", like the size, 285, 977th ranked national player, 83rd in the position, and 6th in the state. Looking good there. I like the size from the young man. Up next is linebacker 6'2", 200 pounds, Deuce Spurlock from Madison Academy in Madison, Alabama. 3-star recruit, 965th ranked national player, 93rd in the position, and 38th in the state. Solid piece here. You got to think that with the 3-star recruits, they're going to take a little bit more time to get some work in and get some more practice reps. But so far, they're looking good. They're already making it even there with offense and defense. Speaking of defense, we're going to the secondary with Damani Dent from Terry Parker High School in Jacksonville, Florida. 6 foot even, 190 pounds, 3-star recruit, 914th ranked national player, 74th in the position, and 120th in the state. Looking good there. I think that with the right frame, the right build, I think he's going to be a good player. Up next, out of Hammond School in Columbia, South Carolina, running back, 5'11", 190 pounds, C.J. Stokes, another 3-star recruit here. 752nd ranked national player, 60th in the position, and 9th out the state of South Carolina. Like the running back here, we already know with Hassani Haskins, they have a good crop of running backs at the moment. They're hoping to build on it here with Mr. Stokes. Going back to the defense here, we have Micah Pollard, linebacker, 6'3", 200 pounds, 3-star recruit, 694th ranked national player, 71st in his position, and 100th in the state. Looking good here. They're already looking to rebuild that defense because they know a lot of guys are about to be leaving here the next year or so. So they're already getting a young crop here. And Micah Pollard is another linebacker they hope to get and to be a star in the future. Up next, out of Windsor, Connecticut, from the Loomis Schaff High School, or from the Loomis Schaff School, is Alessandro Lorenzetti, offensive tackle, 6'6", 285, 3-star recruit, 655th ranked national player, 55th in the position, and 2nd out the state. So they went a little bit up to the east there in Connecticut, bringing him over to Michigan. So we'll see what he can do. I like the size with 6'6", 285, and another good offensive tackle there. Another secondary guy they got. They've gotten some safeties. Now they're going with the cornerback in Miles Pollard from Ravenwood High School in Brentwood, Tennessee. 6'2", 185. Another 3-star here. 580 is the national rank. 53rd in the position and 20th in the state. Probably going to take a little bit of time for this young man to get on the field, I think. But I think that once he gets some good practice reps, gets some good redshirt years, I think he should be a good player. Up next is a tight end by the name of Marlon Klein from Rabun Gap Nakuichi School in Rabun Gap, Georgia. 6'6", 215, 3-star recruit, 534th ranked national player, 29th in the state, or 29th in the position, and 53rd in the state. Another tight end here. We'll see what they can do. Michigan, they got a good crop of receivers and tight ends, and we'll see if Mr. Klein can be another one. We have our first athlete on the board here, a guy who can play both sides of the ball. Not sure what he's going to be committed as quite yet, is Omarion Walker from Ponchatoula High School in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. 6'4", 175, very athletic, I'm sure. 3-star recruit, 517th ranked national player, 33rd in the position, 25th in the state. This guy's got some amazing agility, amazing speed, and it's just a freak of nature since he's able to play both sides of the ball. So we'll see what the Wolverines decide is the best fit for him, and we'll see if he's going to be on the offense or the defense. Up next is quarterback Jaden Denigal from Apple Valley High School in Apple Valley, California. 6'4", 215, 3-star recruit, 451st ranked national player, 30th in his position, 35th in the state. So he's going to get a heck of a weather change, Jeremiah, going from sunny California all the way to freezing cold Michigan in the winter. So we'll see if he can adjust to that first and foremost. But I think they got a good pickup here, and for the young man out of Apple Valley. Kenneth Grant is next on the list from Maryville High School in Maryville, Indiana. Defensive lineman, 6'4", 335, 3-star recruit, 441st ranked national player, 58th in the position, and 11th in the state. Looking good here. I like the size, 6'4", 335. I suspect he's going to be more of a run blocker as opposed to a sack leader, but you never know. We'll see what he can do. Good on next is another quarterback. This one is Alex Orji from Sashi High School in Sashi, Texas. Quarterback, 6'2", 226, 3-star recruit, 423rd ranked national player, 28th in the position, and 60th in the state. So we'll see what him and Denigal can do. They might be fighting for a backup job or maybe the starting job in the next few years. You never know, and we will see what these two men can do under a helm, potentially as the leaders of the Michigan Wolverines. No defensive lineman here, standing at 6'4", 295. It is a Mason Graham coming from Servite High School in Anaheim, California. 4-star recruit, the first one on the board. 352nd ranked national player, 45th in position, and 28th in the state. So another guy from California coming on over. We'll see what he can do. I think that I like the size of the young man, 6'4", 295, a good build for him. And once again, we'll see if he's more of the run blocker type or one who can get to the quarterback. Time will tell, though. We have a tight end by the name of Colston Loveland coming up next from Gooding, out of Gooding, Idaho here. Looking good here, 6'5", 230, good size in the young man. 4-star recruit, 342nd ranked national player, 17th in the position, and 1st in the state. So looking good there. I like him, man. 6'5", 230, good build for him. 1st in the state, so everyone knows that he has he's got a good following there, and we'll see what he can do. Another athlete on the board here by the name of Cody Jones from Germantown High School in Germantown, Tennessee. 5'11", 175, very similar build to the previous athlete we mentioned. 4-star recruit, 330th ranked national player, 14th in the position, and 10th in the state. Looking good here. We'll see what side of the ball that the Wolverines choose to put him on in the near future. Linebacker Jimmy Rolder is up next from Marist High School in Chicago, Illinois. 4-star recruit, 6'2", 220, 277th ranked national player, 28th in the position, and 7th out the state of Illinois. So looking good here, a linebacker off the board, and we'll see what the young man can do in the near future. Up next they're going back to the safeties. This one is Zeke Berry from De La Salle High School in Concord, California. 6', 195, 4-star recruit, 181st ranked national player, 14th in position, and 12th in the state. So they're loading up on the defense, and we're not done with safeties yet. I see another one on the board we'll get to in just a second, but they already know that the defense is leaving them, so they got to stock up. Coming next is a receiver by the name of Darius Clemens from Westview High School in Portland, Oregon. 6'3", 205, 4-star recruit, 131st ranked national player, 19th in the position, and number 1 out the state of Oregon. So they're looking good here. They got another guy who was 1st in the state, and I think that, with the receiving core, they've gotten a couple of them now. We'll see what the young man can do. Coming next is another wide receiver by the name of Tyler Morris coming out of Nazareth Academy in LaGrange Park, Illinois. 6', 175, 115th ranked national player, 16th in the position, and 4th in the state. So they're going all over the place, Jeremiah. They're going all over the USA and getting all these guys. We've had Illinois, we've had Indiana, Idaho, Maryland, a lot of amazing places. And Tyler Morris is another one to add to the list. the safety that I mentioned that we were going to talk about, here he is in Keon Sabb from the the coveted IMG Academy. We're always going to see at least one guy on from that place on probably all of these recruiting videos we've done. Safety from Bradenton, Florida, 6'2", 200 pounds even, 4-star recruit, 94th ranked national player, 9th in the position, and 14th in the state. So this is a top prospect here, looking really good. And we're getting near the end. Another 4-star recruit by the name of Derek Moore coming up next from St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, Maryland. 6'4", 250, really good size on him. 4-star, 79th ranked national, 12th in position, 2nd in the state. I mean, hey, they've got a great defense already. We'll see what this young man can do. And I think that they've done a great job so far of getting their defense back in shape. But that is before we have mentioned now. This is the top recruit here, 5-star, Will Johnson from Grosse Pointe South High School in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, man. Cornerback, 6'3", a little bit taller, 190 pounds, 20th ranked national player, 4th in the position, and 1st in the state of Michigan. So he stayed home. He's going to be doing some great things. He's got offers from USC, Arizona State, and a bunch of other really good schools. But he chose to stay at home, go to Michigan, and be under Coach Jim Harbaugh. And just looking at the breakdown here of all the states they went to, it is a huge list here, Jeremiah. Guys from California, Florida, Illinois, all across the South, the West, the East, the North, the South, you name it. And, I mean, Michigan recruited there. They did not miss any spots, I don't think. They probably got half of the U.S. the way it seemed. And for positions, they went really heavy with defensive backs, defensive linemen. But they also got a good bit of receivers, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, you name it, and they did a very good job. So overall, man, I think Michigan knocked it out the park with this one. They got a ton of guys from a lot of different states, a lot of different schools, and it's a very good range. I mean, obviously they went heavy on defense, of course, but they also picked up a good bit of pieces in offense. And I think Coach Harbaugh, once again, had a tremendous recruiting class. I mean, there's a reason that they've ranked them 9th nationally. And, I mean, shout out to all the recruits. I think that just going through the list, they've done a great job. And there's going to be some more, it looks like, in the next coming weeks and months. We're going to have some more guys come on, I'm sure. But, man, as of, like I said, December 27th, they're looking pretty good, I think, so far. So, overall, my hat, if I had a hat, it would be taken off to salute the Michigan Wolverines because they did a bang-up job in this 2022 recruiting class.
Absolutely. And I would say this, for everybody who loves Michigan football, who's been watching this entire season, who may have gotten excited at certain points, frustrated at certain points, and right now you are on the edge of your seat, you're ready to rock, you're ready to see what happens next for this recruiting team, for this Michigan team, then tell us exactly how you feel and what you love and what you have excitement for in the comments, especially if you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or over on Facebook. If you're over there, just jump in the comments. Tell us exactly what you're excited about this Michigan recruiting class, because we want to hear from you, because we'll be covering a lot of these players in depth over the next few seasons, and we want to make sure to bring you exactly the coverage that you're looking to see. And if you're listening to us on our podcast, thank you again. But if you're not listening to our podcast, come and join us over on our podcast, 100 Yards of Football. You can listen on Spotify, you can listen on Apple Podcasts, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We are there for you every single week with live new episodes to keep you going and keep you excited about what's coming up in the next season, what's already just happened in the playoffs and in the final parts of the season, and historic episodes where we cover amazing classic games, talk about amazing players, interview incredible historic players from football's entire spectrum, from college all the way through the NFL. And we have incredible other interviews with amazing sportscasters to bring you the most in-depth knowledge and information about sports and sports history that we can bring you every single week. So that's one thing I love personally about our Spotify, Logan. And I do this quite a bit, honestly. It sounds kind of silly, but I like to pull up some of the old classic episodes about our history specials where we'll talk about an amazing team like the Bears, from the 78 Bears or something like that. And we'll pull those up and I'll just listen to them while I'm doing my work during the day, or while I'm, making breakfast in the morning or having lunch. I work from home, so I love to just put it on in the background and have the 100 Yards of Football team keep me company through the day. Yeah. So that's something I really enjoy. Even though I'm on the team, I still enjoy listening to those episodes. And I encourage everybody to go and look through and find an episode that you love and just dive in, go down the rabbit hole with us here at 100 Yards of Football, and keep enjoying these, including myself, the producer Jeremiah Long, bringing you this episode, which was our Michigan recruiting class video with our host, Mr. Logan Landers. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back with another live episode.